Hi, this is Maria. I'm going to show you how I made this daily spread using Procreate this time. I am working in Noteshelf today. The same process, I've done many videos using Goodnotes, so I'm not going to do a split video today where I use both apps. This video is going to be Procreate and Noteshelf. Alright, so this is the 2020 Digibujo by Jenny Gollan Designs. I will link all of her information and where I got all the stickers used today in the video description below. If you like my videos, please like and share and click the notification bell. That helps me quite a bit. And let's see. So the reason I chose to work in Procreate today was I was having trouble lining up the daily spread and this spread over here behind the pretty flowers. I was having a hard time arranging them, so I decided to work in Procreate because it is so much easier to work in layers over there. So let's get started. First, I'm going to clear my page so that I have the blank journal. That is how it comes. I like this journal because it is linked, but it is customizable, so I can make every page exactly the way I want it. I'm going to click this up arrow here at the side. I'm going to share the current page. Format is PNG. Share now. You can save the image to your camera roll, which is what I usually do, but you can also share directly right into Procreate. And then when you open your Procreate, there it is. Okay, so different ways to do the same thing. And if you click your layers, you will see that the planner is now my first layer above that white background. Okay, so there's my journal page. Now the reason I bring the entire journal page into Procreate is so that when I lay my design in here, I have exactly the proportions I want to work with. I have certain things that I don't want to cover, and I could work without this page, but I find this makes life easier for me. Alright, now I'm going to add some images. You can add your stickers through the wrench tool, insert photos, and then find from wherever you have your photos, or you can bring your photo roll or your files wherever you keep your images. I'm going to go to albums, to my planner album, and I'm just going to bring in all my images this way. We're going to use this set here. Look at that. Beautiful hand-drawn watercolor images. All of these are individual images. I'm not going to use this one, but I'm going to show you. Is that stunning or what? Individual stickers, as well as layouts. Okay, absolutely stunning work here. I'm going to use that one because I didn't want to place every flower, but you certainly could because you have plenty of flowers to choose from. Beautiful. That's a little washy. Just stunning flowers here. Alright, so I'm going to use this one, and we'll go back and take that one away here in a minute. Deselect that. I want this one. Okay. Find the rest that I want. Out of this group, that one is called Sweet Days and Weeks, and I want, let's see, I want this one. So we'll deselect that and drag this over. Deselect, and I want a daily from this set. And that set was called, well, what was it called? Let's see. I just called it weekly. It is called daily and weekly page templates. Alright, let's go back to where I was. Back to Procreate. Alright, deselect. So there's all my images. If you check your layers, you will see that everything got imported in its own layer just by dragging and dropping. I'm going to delete that one because I don't need that individual flower. And now I can play. I can just arrange things. Let's go ahead and turn the layers off and we'll work one at a time. So I'm working in this layer. I'm going to click my arrow tool and just size this. I am in freeform so that I can skew the image to fit inside my page. If you can't see what you're doing, move your page. This little toolbar gets in my way. Okay, so click that arrow again and place it just where you want it. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the next layer, select that layer, and now the arrow tool will work with this one. So this one has pretty purples, and I want it right about there. Now the reason I had issues in Noteshelf is because this is one image. When you try to select, all this dead space is part of the sticker, part of this big sticker. So if I try to move this one, the other sticker was on top and it wouldn't let me move them. The beauty of Procreate is that I can simply put one layer on top of the other, or in this case I put this one underneath the flowers. It's still selected, so now I'm moving beneath the flowers. I could not do that in Noteshelf, and you actually can't do that in Goodnotes either. Okay, so now I'm just positioning this so that I can see a little bit of the rings behind those flowers. And since I'm in freeform, I can actually skew my image to fit the page better. Deselect, and now I've dropped it. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the daily, select that by touching it, turn it on, and now my arrow will move this one. Size it to fit. Drop it. And again, I want that below the flowers, so I'm going to go to my layers and just drag that layer underneath. And now I'm behind the flowers. Now, however, now some of my words here are behind the flowers. And let's see, my fine tip, and just play with the size of your tip. This is the size and this is the opacity, how transparent it is. So I want it fairly small, and what I want to do, let me turn this back on, what I want to do is handwrite over the flowers, but I can't see them with the flowers on. So what I'm going to do is make a layer over the flowers, so this layer will be show over top, and then I'm going to turn off the flowers so that when I write in this over layer, they will end up, this print will be over top of the flowers. So I'm going to just test the pen size here. Okay. I'm working in this blank layer across the top, pen tool, and I'm just going to write right over. So that when I turn the flowers back on, I can now see that pretty handwriting underneath. Okay? And now that I can see the flowers, I can see where I need to make some corrections. Okay? Now there's another word up here. Let's turn that flower off again. Date. Back to my pen, and I'll just, again, I'm just tracing. So that I have the same look of the original, but now I can see. I can see that just a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so it ends up like that. So you always want to work in different layers when you're in Procreate. So if you screw up or you change your mind, you can just simply turn it off or delete. So now one other thing I wanted to do while we're still here is, if I turn this flowers off, you can see that I've hidden some wording here. I've hidden the word index, this Tuesday, and this thumbprint. So I'm going to turn the flowers on, go to my eraser tool. Now I need to make sure I'm in the flowers layer. I'm going to pick my eraser tool, and this is just a standard airbrush that comes loaded in Procreate. I didn't buy this. It is included. Make that fairly small. Make that brush fairly small. And I'm just going to erase from the flower image just enough so that I can see behind it, okay, without killing too much of that image. And I'm going to do the same up here where I know there's a word. If you go a little bit wrong, 2-finger tap erases, or you have the undo tool here, until you get just what you want to do. And I know there's a thumbprint right here. So I just erased right out of this layer of flowers. That's it. Now I can write on here. I can add text, but I chose not to do that. So we're going to, from the layers, I'm going to turn off the journal itself, and I'm going to turn off the background. So this image is now transparent. I'm going to save it, share, that was wrench tool, share, PNG, and I'm going to just save that image right to my camera roll. And now the image is a PNG file. You can drop it into Goodnotes, you can drop it into Noteshelf, wherever you want. Now in Noteshelf you can add an image from plus, photo, find your image, and select and done. Or you can bring up your images this way like I normally do. But here it is already. Long press, edit. I'm going to take away some of this gray stuff so that I can drop it into place easier. Apply and done. And now you will see when I size this, it's going to fit very well because I used the journal page itself in Procreate. So now when I drop this, you can see behind the flowers because I use that little eraser tool to show that. Okay, now this is all one giant image, so I'm going to tap, lock, and now that image is not going to move. That is one image in your writing app. A lot of people are complaining that their Goodnotes lags. I found that if I used one image like this from working in Procreate, that I lessened my lag. I find that to not be an issue at all over here in Noteshelf. Alright, so now let's right in a little bit here. Let's pick a white pen. And since that image is locked behind there, I can easily move my handwriting across the top. Let's pick a different color here. I'm trying to match the blue and the flowers here. And that's it. That's my layout for the day. This image, because it is in my photo roll, it's the last image there that I just made in Procreate. I can use that every day over and over and over. It's already made, and you can use it in any program you like. So as you can see, working in Procreate is very, very easy, and you can make beautiful, stunning layouts using two very simple apps. Thanks for watching.